And for more on the U.S. perspective, we can speak now to Democratic Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, Congresswoman from the state of Pennsylvania. Congresswoman, it's great to see you again. It looks like what we've seen from Iran is a calibrated response to send a message, but not actually strike U.S. troops. As we understand, no casualties, no injuries. Do you see this as Iran also signaling the opportunity for an off-ramp?
I certainly hope so. I think everybody, to a person, believed Iran would have to have some reaction, that they could not allow our strike to go unanswered. I'm very happy that it looks like it is a muted attempt, but let's take a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about American service members at risk of whether or not they're going to be muted or not. This is a very precarious time. And so I'm deeply troubled. I'm troubled by the erratic nature of our administration in coming to the decision to strike Iran in the way that it did. It was not based on a foundation of an understanding of where the Iran nuclear program is. The president is at odds with his own intelligence community. So it's a very troubling thing. I worry about the possible loss of life of our American military, 40,000 of them in the area.
Okay.
But I will say, I do want to say, what we appear to have seen is an extraordinary military exercise and strike. We can be very proud of the United States military.
Congresswoman, President Trump, his administration said they went to great lengths to ensure that U.S. troops in the region were protected. And if President Trump's decision to strike did set back Iran's nuclear program for years, perhaps decades, does that make the U.S. safer?
I don't know, because we don't know the fallout. And we don't know literally where the program was. There is a conversation and reporting that the enriched uranium was moved prior to these extraordinary strikes with our extraordinary weapons. So I don't know that it makes us safer. And we haven't had the chance to analyze that, to have the actual footing. As you know, our Constitution says that it is Congress who debates and declares war.
Right.
It is not up to the president to do it unilaterally. And very troublingly here, apparently those who got advance notice were only Republicans. Taking a country into war, attacking another nation, you ought to be talking to all of Congress, especially leaders from both sides.
I should say, Congresswoman, that the White House has rejected that characterization, but we should also mention that previous presidents have also bypassed Congress. Let's talk about President Obama, for example, in striking Libya. Why do you think it's important to assert that constitutional right now?
Oh, I think it is always an important thing to do, to make sure that Congress is not overlooked, because we are the representatives of the people. My constituents want a say in whether or not we will go to war, whether their sons and daughters will wind up fighting in a war. So it's never right to just bypass Congress. But realize, and I know this is not without precedent, but what is without precedent is the erratic nature of this decision, of these decisions, and the shrinking group of advisors and courtiers who are around this president, who appear to be just yes men. And take a look at what they have done. This administration has done to the National Security Administration, letting go so many people. And now we have a Secretary of State who is wearing 4 hats, Marco Rubio. He's archivist, he's National Security Advisor,
right.
He's Secretary of State. He was bypassed in terms of pursuing diplomacy. My wish is that we were fully briefed, that diplomacy had been pursued to the last degree.
So let me ask you this, Congresswoman. If you want Congress to be briefed, we know that your colleagues, Representatives Thomas Massie, Ro Khanna, put forth a war powers resolution. It would have curbed President Trump's ability to strike. Of course, that happened anyways. Do you want to see this resolution? Would you support it going forward?
To be very honest, I have not read that one, and I know there is another one in draft.
Yeah.
So until I get the chance to read both of them and be briefed on them, but I think we do have to exercise our authority and remind the president and this administration of the Constitution, Article 1.
All right, Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, always great to have you here on BBC News. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.